Hello friends, welcome back to this channel again. Code with me. So friends, in this session of manual testing, we'll be discussing another interesting and important topic of software testing lifecycle, that is nothing but unit testing. So friends, I assume that initially in the starting phase only you have heard regarding the software testing life cycles. So in that, a part of the procedure comes unit testing. Okay, so friends, in this video let us dig down regarding what is unit testing, when do we use it, why do we use it, and most importantly what domain people use this unit testing and who performs this unit testing. Okay, so friends, I want you guys to know that unit testing is one of the most important topic if you are trying to jump into a software testing engineer job. Okay, so friends, even if you're working as a developer as or a software testing engineer, so unit testing is one of the most prominent role you have to be undertaken no matter what programming language you'll be working on. So software development as well as software testing people both make use of this unit testing. Okay, so in this video let us dig down regarding unit testing. So before directly jumping to the video, make sure to subscribe my channel, hit the bell button icon so that you'll be not missing many updates. Okay, so friends, let us start with the formal definition of what is unit testing. Obviously, every concept cannot be started by architecture or internal operation. So it's good to start with the formal definition of what is unit testing. Okay. So unit testing is a type of a software testing where individual units or components software were tested. See friends, assume that there is a developer who has developed a software and it is handed over to the testing people to test. So testing what will do every inch of that particular software component, no matter it might be a button or a drop down box, or it might be a column, or it might be a non-essential or non-important or non-conditional, what it may be. Each and every single thing has to be tested. Okay, if the smallest unit of the error is found, it has been reported back to the developer stating that this particular has been found error, request to kindly please redo it as soon as possible. So unit testing is all about testing each and every single component of the software. So you are not to not you are not leaving the rest of the 0.01% of the bugs. So unit testing is all about testing the each functionality of the software. Make sure it's not 99.9, it is 100% working fine as per the expectation. Okay, so the purpose is to validate that each unit software core performs as expected. As I explained before, friends, if the customer has given to you regarding the software project, so the software should run as per the client expectation, but not as per the developer or the tester expectation. The software should run and perform of tasks based on the client's expectation. Okay, and unit testing is done during development of coding. This is one of the most important thing you guys know about. Unit testing is performed by developers, friends, not testing people. Testing people, in an extremely rare case scenario, they do perform if the extreme situation occurs, but 99.9% of the cases unit testing is performed by developers. When they do it, as soon as the coding is completed and the software has been successfully executed, unit testing is performed. Okay, and after the unit testing, what happens? Integration testing will come. As I explained before, friends, in software development lifecycle or software testing lifecycle, we model unit testing is a first level of testing which is done before the integration testing. Obviously, friend, in the development lifecycle or testing lifecycle, unit test is the first phase where it is started by developers. The reason why unit testing is performed first because friends, it is done by the developers, and once the unit testing has been done, it is handed over to the software testing people to test the software modules. Okay, unit testing is a white box testing that performs by the developer, as I explained before. Okay, through in practical due to the time crunch or reluctance of developers to test, QA engineers also do testing. As I explained you before, guys, in practical, due to the some time issues or reluctance of developers to test when there is no times situation occurs, or there might be possibilities in extremely rare case scenarios that developers may be unavailable or he might be in leave. So in that case, what happens? QA engineer will performing unit testing. Obviously, QA is nothing but quality analyst people. It's also called as software testing peoples. Okay, so next, how to do unit testing? Obviously, this is the question obviously arises in every human mind. How to do unit testing? In order to do unit testing, developers write a section of code to test a specific function in a software application. Okay, so what I'm trying to say is developer will write a section of code to test a specific function in a software application. Assume friends, there is a software. In the software, there is just thousands of pages. So what happens? Developer will write the code for every single page it's done and will merge it. Okay, so continuously writing for 1,000 pages, what happens? It is kind of highly impossible to find the bug. Okay, developers can also isolate this function to test more rigorously, which reveals unnecessary dependencies between the function being tested and other units, so that dependencies can be eliminated. Okay, developers generally use unit testing to develop automated test case for unit testing. Obviously, this is the most important thing, friends. Obviously, so once unit testing is done, friends, when it handed over to the software testing people, they do make use of these test case scenarios and test case functionalities. So in this time, what happens? The bug which the bug which is not founded by unit testing is capable of founding by automated test cases. Okay, next. There are two types of unit testing. So if you ask me what are the two types of unit testing, yes, it is one is manual, friends, and another one is automated. So what is this manual unit testing and what is this automated unit testing? Unit testing is commonly automated but still performed manually. Why? What is the reason that even there's 90% scenarios that software unit testing is done automatically? Why do people refer manually? Software engineer does not favor one over the other out of being automated preferred because the manual testing approach to unit testing, okay, may employ a step-by-step instruction document. That is a primary reason why some people do prefer manual rather than automatic. And speaking about automatic, friends, a developers write a section of code in an application just to test the function. They will later comment out and finally remove the test code when the application is deployed. So friends, I assume that you guys are completely now aware about the manual unit testing and automated unit testing. Okay, and in this slide we will be learning about unit testing advantages and followed by the unit testing disadvantages associated. Okay, so initially first talking about the unit testing advantages. Developers looking to learn what functionality is provided by unit and how to use it can look at the unit tests to gain the basic understanding of the application program interface. I mean unit application program interface. Okay, unit testing allows the programmer to refactor code at a late date and make sure the module still works correctly. Example, I mean, not exactly example, a kind of regression testing. The procedure is to write a test case for all the functions and methods so that whenever a change causes fault, you can quickly identify and fixed. See, friends, when the unit testing has been done, it is necessary to make a regression testing because in unit testing, since it's done by the developer, actually, which is not exactly its task of developer. So what happens? A regression testing is performed once unit testing has been handed over from developer to the tester once the task is done. Because the regression test in a sense, it will be finding the every inch of the functionality of the software. Okay, and due to the modular nature of the unit testing, we can test the parts of the project without waiting for others to be completed. Okay, assume friends, if the particular project is not yet done, some parts are done, some parts are not done. We can test some parts which are done. Okay, you don't have to wait until the entire software is completed. And speaking about the disadvantages that is associated to the unit testing. Unit testing can't be expected to catch every error in program. As I explained before, guys, every inch of the bug is completely founded by regression testing. Since unit testing is done by the developers, you only focus on the upper version of the bugs. Okay, he does not go over the internal bugs. The internal bugs is can be founded by regression testing. So regression testing will be uploading very soon, friends. And please do make sure that you watch that video also. Okay, unit testing can be expected to catch every program. It is not possible to evaluate all execution paths, even in the most trivial programs. And last but not least, unit testing by its very nature focus on unit of code. Hence, it can be catch integration based on system level errors. So friends, the session of the unit testing ends here. If you have any doubt regarding the unit testing, request you to kindly please pin down your doubt in the comment section. I'll definitely reply back. And and I assume guys now you guys have completely knowledge about unit testing. Thank you for watching this video. Have a nice day.